Hello, everybody. Good evening, early evening, in fact, from Gunma Prefecture here in Japan. This is the B.LEAGUE and the Eastern Conference Gunma Crane Thunders taking on the Eastern Conference's Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Well, I don't know if there's going to be much lightning tonight in the open house arena, Ota. But we do know there's going to be plenty of thunder. Both of these teams coming in for different reasons, needing to come out and give it their all to get a big win. Gunma Crane having split a couple of games in their last outings against Ryukyu Golden Kings, going up against a very desperate Kawasaki Brave Thunders team that has lost 6 in a row and finds itself really struggling here at the beginning of the season. Well, the fans in Gunma Crane Thunder, they have definitely captured the imagination, packing the house tonight in this midweek special. Look at the standings. Gunma there in 6th place right now at 4-5, and Kawasaki just 1 place off the bottom, albeit with the same record as Akita Northern Happiness, both teams at 1-8. So it has been a nightmarish start. Gunma 5 games behind, but hoping that here in the early season they can start to really churn out some results. And I think it was a good sign that they were able to get one of their wins over the weekend. And let's see if they can build on that. It is a tough ask in the B-League. You got to come out ready to play all the time. You look at the numbers. 79.9 points per game. They're averaging 77.9. They're giving up their field goal percentage at 42.9%. Gunma, 34.9% from three-point range. And meanwhile, Kawasaki allowing 84.9 points per game and averaging 76.4 per game, shooting just 32.1% from deep and 42.6% overall from the floor, averaging 38.8 rebounds per game. You know, the days of Nick Fazekas long gone now, and Nano Ginsburg's Kawasaki Brave Thunder team looking for some inspiration from somebody. Who are they going to get it from? Well, Emmanuel Terry is a veteran, that man right there. Roscoe Allen is certainly a good player. So Yama, Shino Yama, and Yanauchi. You got to put what's in the past, and you got to come out and play hard and hope that you can turn things around. Dusan Ristic, also this team led by Coach Nano Ginsburg, who isn't accustomed to being in charge of a team that is having these types of struggles, having had a lot of success, the Israeli coach, in Czechia before. But you see Jamal Eldin, the Lebanon international, Mizuno, also Komoto, Ristic, and all the way down. Look at the light show here. This is spectacular, and it's not just about the basketball, it's about the show. Looking back at Kawasaki and some of their numbers, and where they have had some success and where they haven't. So it says Shino Yama, 7.2 points, 4.8 assists per game. Roscoe Allen, 16.1 points, 6.2 rebounds per game. And then coming off the bench, Ristic at 14.9 points, 8.9 rebounds per game. Dusan Ristic, the Serbian, trying to bring some quality and a winning mentality to this Brave Thunders outfit. And for Gunma, meanwhile, well, we wanted to highlight Kerry Blackshear, number 8, just does it all for this team. 13.6 points per game, 4.5 assists. Meanwhile, Nakamura, who comes in, Takuto Nakamura, at 7.9 points, 3.3 assists, also 2 rebounds per game. And then you've got Trey Jones at 15.6 points, 4.7 rebounds and 3.8 assists. He's an all-around talent. But for my money also, you'd have to throw Johannes Timon as not just one of the best players in this Gunma Crane Thunders team, but also one of the biggest newcomers, the World Cup winner, the Eurobasket champion from Germany. Makes a huge difference to any team that he plays for. And Yuma Fujii also at 8.3 points and 3 assists per game, who's in the starting 5. So Fujii, Ko Flippin comes off the bench, Trey McKinney-Jones, Nakamura, Blackshear, Suji, Sato, AJ Edu, the Filipino international, of course, huge talent, just scratching the surface of his potential. Asano, Hosokawa's got the good shot, Timon, and Taniguchi, the veteran who always comes in and plays important minutes for Kyle Milling, the head coach. Obviously, Kawasaki having to deal with the disappointments of the defeats that they've been having, and it has not helped. Also, when you lose one of your brightest young talents, which they have in Ryoto Yonesu, who's out, has a dislocated right shoulder. It's an injury that he's had before, so he's trying to recover, and really is viewed as one of the top talents in this Kawasaki program. So not only is Coach Nano Ginsberg disappointed, but the fans are disappointed because they want to see Yonesu continue to progress and to get better. So here we are again, the Gunma Crane Thunder starting 5. Fujii, Nakamura, Blackshear Jr., Hosokawa, and Timon. That's Timon's been for the longest time with Alba Berlin. Blackshear, you might remember if you follow basketball in the States. Great college talent back in the day. He played at Virginia Tech, played for the Hokies, also the Florida Gators. Fujii brings the experience, as does Timon, who at 31 years of age has still got a lot of tread on the tires. We expect him to go for quite some time, I would imagine. Kyle Milling. Obviously, he is in a very different situation. Satoshi Abe, Kumiko Kumagai, and Kohei Takano are the referees for this game. So, yeah, you talk about the different situation that Kyle Milling finds himself in. You know, he comes off an interesting split over the weekend. His team got a win and then suffered a close defeat at Ryukyu Golden Kings. They did lose a couple of games before that to Chiba Jets, including the first game, 80-79. They had beaten Labanga and Ibaraki Robots before that, although they'd lost to Ibaraki as well, and they split a couple with Seahorses. So, Timon, again, the starting 5s for both teams: Blackshear, Hosokawa, Fuji, and Nakamura. Shunuyama for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, Suyama, Yamauchi, Allen, and Emmanuel Terry. Roscoe Allen, a Hungary international. Saw him play Eurobasket 2022. Well, hello everybody. We're underway here in the B-League game in Gunma Prefecture in Ota. And it's coming out, and Gunma Crane Thunder striking first. Right off the tip, attacking the basket to the left. And it's Hosokawa with the first bucket. Not a good sign for Nano Ginsburg's team as they give up a layup. Here's Allen. Thought about the turnaround, does not do it. I'll drive again. Shinoyama gets it up. Well, he had a good look, just didn't finish. Fujii probing. Now the dump to Blackshear. Or to Timon, rather, excuse me. Nakamura doesn't knock it down, but the rebound by Blackshear. And just an easy layup once again by Nakamura. Well, you can expect Takuto Nakamura to knock those down. Nobody within a stone's throw of him. Easily getting to the bucket. Here is the drive. Terry hands it off. Shinoyama once again. Shot clock winds down. And again, he puts up, and this time much better from Shinoyama. He's 37 years of age, so definitely kind of in the twilight of his career. Bounce pass, Timon. Back outside it goes. Pass inside, and Timon scores. He's going to be helped up. He's also fouled. He's got such great hands. He's not the most athletic, but he just knows how to use the body. Simple things like catching the ball high, keeping it up, not bringing it down, putting it up and in, taking the contact, and getting to the free throw line. So Kawasaki Brave Thunders already on the back foot here, trailing 7-2 at Gunma Crane Thunders. Yamauchi. Back to Allen. Timon pass not there. Hosokawa gets it back to Timon on the wing. Timon takes all the way. So 5 points now for Timon. Now the drive, and that's much better for Al. Oh, no, they're going to call traveling. Oh, boy. The frustration just mounts for Kawasaki. Even when they get a bucket, is wiped away for steps. And Dusan Ristic comes into the game. Dusan, veteran, has appeared for Serbia's national team in the past. Hosokawa missing it, but another great rebound for Timon. Here's a dump. And look at that, going to work. Blackshear, and Nano Ginsburg has to get a timeout. So catching and tumbling. Down he goes. And Timon takes his time, and alarm bells ringing for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Just the frustration. Frustration there, evident, so evident for Nano Ginsburg. You're already in a big hole, and you come out in this game and you trail, but that is what you want to see coming right out of the timeout. Ristic knocking down an open three from the corner. So immediately pays dividends. That is the easiest spot, the corner three, to make that shot because it's the shortest distance on the three. And Kerry Blackshear whistled for a foul, so that gives it back over. Yeah, setting the screen, setting the pick. Just kind of left his leg out. Oh, nice drive. And that's goal interference. Ball had already gone off the backboard, so that's an easy one. And that's an excellent drive. So Blackshear's going to come out, and Jamel Al-Din, who comes in. Look at this. That's what they need more of. And Blackshear knows he can't do that. Jamal Al-Din. Saw him play at the FIBA Asia Cup this summer in Jeddah, and he was an exciting talent for Lebanon. Tiamat gets blocked by Ristic. And three-point shot, nevertheless, is good from Suji. How about Jamal Al-Din? So 2 consecutive drives to the basket, just showing you how easy the game can be if you play with a little bit of intensity and you make the smart drive. Now the turnover, a little bit of a misread with Timan. Timan and Suji not on the same page, and all of a sudden Kawasaki Brave Thunder, who were in dire straits, find themselves down by just 5 points and a chance to get even closer. Jamal Al-Din. To Terry. Oh, boy, telegraph pass read all the way by Timan and leads to the layup from Nakamura. So more changes as Sano comes in. Those are the types of passes that will lead you to having just one win this far into the season. I mean, it's a telegraph pass. It's so easy to steal. It's lackadaisical. Good defense. They pass it around. Shinoyama down to Terry. Emmanuel Terry outside Shinoyama gets blocked. And now the pass and another break. Nakamura going to the line, fouled by Jamal Al-Din. It was Terry that was guilty of the pass on the previous turnover. And this time it was the Shinoyama having his shot blocked. And after all the hard work coming out of the timeout, Kawasaki have allowed Gunma Crane Thunders to reassert themselves and go up 17-9. Beautiful drive. Jamal Adine hands it off to Terry. Decided to bring it back out. Good drive, pass to the corner. Jamal Adine. This time a little long. And the dump and the bucket. And A.J. Edu, the flying Filipino, has a chance for a three-point play. Look at this. The pick, the roll. He didn't roll immediately. There was no switch on the pick and roll. It left A.J. Edu wide open. And A.J. Edu now doing A.J. Edu things. Foul on Dusan Ristic. A.J. Edu, great on offense on this occasion, but also ranks 5th overall in block shots. So getting it done on the defensive end. Now we'll get a chance to see there's Nakamura. Of course, it was Nakamura that got the block on Shinoyama's three-point attempt. Fujii comes back into the game. You know you're loved when your fans up in the stands have your photo on placards. Beautiful drive, and Jamal Adine just 6 points already for the 25-year-old. Hey, make that move until they show that they can stop it or that they want to stop it. But right now they don't. Edu loses the handle, and he is fortunate. Now they're gonna overrule it, and they're gonna give the basketball to Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Good refereeing, teamwork. Just like you got the two teams, Gunma and Kawasaki, you've also got the refereeing team. They got to help each other out. Kerry Blackshears comes back into the game. Blackshear comes in as Timon goes out. I'm not sure that we're going to see Trey McKinney-Jones today because he came out, even though he's on the roster, he came out in his, wasn't warming up. He was wearing his warm-ups, but didn't take them off. If he doesn't play, that's a big absence. Reliable scorer, veteran, leadership. He's a bad turnover by Mizuno. Loses it out of bounds. Here's the drive and the lob. Oh, and A.J. Edu gets it back, puts it up. Great play, great concentration from number 15. He obviously wants to score that first one, but he didn't give up on it. Just even pad his rebounding stats. Look at the positive, look at the bright side. Dusan Ristic. Back to the basket, goes up against Edu. Well, he's clearly not reading about the block shots that Edu's had because you might think twice before he has that move again. Good defense, getting the hands up, Jamal Adine. Just simple things you hear all the time in basketball when you're on defense. Get those hands up because you will get some deflections and you will get some steals. Now Jamal Adine is going to be called for the hold on Asano. It's not a good play because Asano is not a player that's going to go out and really hurt you offensively. You could just let him run wild. Three-point attempt. Not there. Ristic not able to get it, but Roscoe Allen does. See if Jamaluddin can go straight to the basket again. He's not going to look this time. Ooh, the turn down to Allen. Down the baseline, back outside. Jamaluddin from the left corner. Second time he's missed one from that spot. Gary Blackshear. Blackshear is tough to handle. He's long, handles the ball well. Good inside and out. Zuno picks up the foul. Yama comes back into the game. He joined Kawasaki from Shinshu Brave Warriors, where he played for Paul Hanari. First one is no good. Must be strange for players. They go to a new club, come to the same arena, different uniform, but that's just the nature of the beast. You got to be ready to pack your bags and move on. Sometimes it's your decision, sometimes it's the club's decision. Allen. Ristic. And how about that sweet shot from Ristic? Second time we've seen him knock one down. He needs to get as many looks as possible on the evidence that we've seen today. There's A.J. Edu going in, and Dusan Ristic commits the foul. He sends Edu to the line for another three-point play opportunity. That's just a great play by Edu. He called it. Looks like he's going to pass it and then makes his move and puts the pressure on Ristic, who commits the foul. Well, calling it pretty tight when they call one like that, but nevertheless. And it is good from A.J. Edu. Backing up. Ristic has it, goes right at Edu. That is a man's play right there. Just get it to the Serbian and let him go to work. Allen. Kawasaki, another chance, down 8. Nice pass. Suyama. Ooh, that's one they want. Ooh. Playing some mean defense out there on the perimeter. Fujii gets it to Edu. Beautiful bounce pass, or rather, it's Edu with the bounce pass to Kenny Asano. Great play, AJ Edu. That's how you draw it up. Seeing some improvement with Asano this season. I was maybe a little bit too harsh on him before. It's 27-17. Gunma Crane Thunders on top of Kawasaki Brave Thunders at the end of one. Second quarter underway here at Gunma, and coming right out and knocking down the jumpers, Okada. Yama playing some tough D in the backcourt. Fujii gets rid of it. Fujii takes the bump. Are they going to count that? Oh my. Okada with the foul. That's a weak call. I'm sorry. First personal team's first. That's a 2-point shot. 3, 2, 1. So 30-17. Gunma stretch their lead to 13. Allen puts it on the deck and earns a trip to the line. Well, they call it on black cheer, but I think it looked to me like it was more on Taniguchi. So Suyama goes out, coming in Nomoto. Timon comes back into the game as well for Gunma. Nomoto, 2.01 meters in height, comes in to guard AJ Edu to battle with him in that low post. 2 free throws for Allen. Roscoe Allen came in averaging 16.1 points, 6.2 rebounds, so he's got to produce. Takes his time, makes both. Just get a couple of stops and a couple of buckets and you're right there for Kawasaki. From the wing, got it! Taniguchi. Big man showing he's got some shots. Ristic. And Ristic turns it over. Yeah, the double team. Traveling. Here's Timon from the elbow. He misses. Beautiful drive. Oh, no, I was about to say, it was not a beautiful pass. If Okada had taken it all the way, that's another matter. Allen. Edu with the rebound. There's Timon again. Shot was long. Edu knocks it into the hands of Kawasaki, and then the blocking foul. So Fuji with the personal. That was a break for Kawasaki. Allen, throws it out of bounds. Assistant coach for Kawasaki Brave Thunders is also one of the assistant coaches for the national team. Actually works as the translator. Coach Huvas, and there is a bucket and a half. Hosokawa knocking it down, 36-21. Gunma Thunders on top of Kawasaki. Of course, Huvas does speak Japanese, but he will often communicate in English or Japanese, and then might have somebody that needs to have it translated. Anyway, back to this game, and another three-pointer leads to the agony for Kawasaki. Desperate times for the Brave Thunders. Here's Jamel Adine back in the game. Allen from deep. Got it! 12-point deficit. Oh. Up the floor, Jamel Adine. What a finish. Back to a 10-point game. tell you what, Jamel Adine is so good driving the basketball. I'm not sure I would put any other shots up if I were him. If I were he, I would just drive and make the layups, because that's all he's done today. So back to live action. And foul, the whistle. Good work. Always good to see something productive coming out of a timeout. The team that called it. Nakamura makes the first. And the second. Here they are, the trap, and boy, that is not good for Kawasaki. Can't be the point guard and turn it over so cheaply. Got to read the defense. Timon. In the grand scheme of things, you'll accept that for Kawasaki. Timon can hit that shot. You're living dangerously, but he missed it. And Allen fouled as he gets it down low. Good job, Shinuyama, that time swinging the basketball inside. This is where you have to do better, Jamel Adine. You're not actually the point guard, but you are. You got to see the defense. You got to see it coming. You got to protect the basketball. You can't give it away. Give it away at midcourt, chances are you're giving away 2 points. Jamel Adine, the good Jameladine getting it to Allen. Need to get Emmanuel Terry going. He hasn't really done too much today. And it's some forlorn looks over there on the bench from Coach Ginsburg. Had so much success with Czechia, the national team, getting into the quarterfinals of the FIBA Basketball World Cup, leading him to the Tokyo Olympics. Before that, coached Nymburk in Czechia, did so well with them. This is unfamiliar territory for him as a coach to be in charge of a team that's having so many struggles. And you see Roscoe Allen has some fans in the house. So back to a 10-point deficit. As long as you keep it around that 10-point mark, you like your chances of coming back, going on a run. But you got to lock down defensively here and get a rebound. 3-point shot. Oh, boy. That is painful. Hosokawa. Gunma Crane Thunder. Thunder's piling on the agony once again. Jameladine, his 5th drive to the basket, and this man is looking unstoppable when he puts it on the deck and goes hard to the hoop. That's what you got to do, man. Play to your strengths until they can stop it. Three-point shot, no good. Oh, long rebound, though, by Edu. Another three. This time, the rebound falls to the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Jameladine pulls up from deep. It's understandable he wants to hit the three, but again, missed a couple now. You just need to go do what you do best, to put it on the deck and go, or get it to somebody else. And Tiemann fouled. As he goes to the basket, fouled by number 31, or 33, Hasegawa. Tiemann continues to produce for this Gunma Crane Thunders team. I suppose they knew they were getting a good one when they signed him, but I think at the end of the day, he is a player that plays for the team. He wants to get everybody involved. It's not about his numbers, his stats. He goes and sits down. He's averaging 11.8 points, 6.7 rebounds, 2.8 assists per game coming into this. Also 73.9% from the line. The lead is 11. Can Gunma Crane Thunders lower the boom? Oh, a little runner on the baseline. Good job getting the rebound and running now. Roscoe Allen, and he's not going to wait for anybody. Chases it down. Good drive and free throws coming for the veteran Hasegawa. This is what they need more of. Try to get down before that defense is set. So Hosokawa with the foul on Hasegawa. Ristic, meanwhile, comes back into the game. Roscoe Allen sits down for the remainder, perhaps. Jamaluddin misses another deep one. Well, you don't want to be one-dimensional, but you also don't want to get away from what you do well. And what he does well is driving. Shiniyama comes up with the steal. Beautiful bounce pass. And Terry follows it up. Jamaluddin knocked to the ground. This time they do stop him, but they foul him. So free throws coming for the youngster. Nakamura just turned that over. A.J. Edu going for the block, doesn't get it. So both Edu and Jamaluddin at the FIBA Asia Cup this past summer. That great competition that was in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And it was Lebanon had the better of the exchanges. Good D, almost getting the turnover. Edu gets it back. Sakawa. Three-point shot. Oh my. How many times have we seen that coming late in the shot clock? And this time it's Nakamura that knocks it down. Edu, he's going to rock the house. Look out, folks. Well, they could have done a little bit more of that. I think he wanted to make sure he got the bucket. A.J. Edu taking off 14 points. Some of those turnovers have been costly for the visitors. A.J. Edu with 10 points, 4 rebounds. And Shiniyama turns it over. Steve Shiniyama. He got locked up. I think that was Shiniyama with the foul. A little bit out of control, Shiniyama. All of a sudden, the lead is 14 as you get close to the end of the half, and you got to bring Roscoe Allen back in. So Yama also back in the game. So Yamauchi back in the game. Final minute of the first half. Gunma Crane Thunders up 14. Almost a backcourt violation. And Roscoe Allen picks up the foul. That is not what they had in mind when they put him back in the game. It's just his first. But it's free throws for Gunma Crane Thunders. First one's good, and this is really, this lead is opening up here at the end of the first half. This could be irreparable damage done to the hopes of Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They were struggling already to keep it right at 10, 9 points, and now the lead is ballooned to 16. Yamauchi. Good drive, good bucket. Excellent work. That was like slow motion, wondering if he was going to even shoot it. Back to a 14-point deficit. Yamauchi. Kawasaki goes out. I mean, the chances are that Gunma Thunders are going to finish this half with the last possession. Oh, a break. He misses it, but they get possession. So 14 seconds now on the shot clock. They've got a chance to get even closer, maybe knock down a three-pointer. Three-point goes up. Yamauchi keeps it alive. Good work. And Roscoe Allen and Yamauchi goes up and scores. And can you believe it? He's fouled again. What a sequence for Yamauchi. He's got it back to a 12-point deficit. Now let's see if he can make the free throw on this one. And he just made the simple play. The foul called on Fujii. For one shot. Yamauchi takes his time. 5.2 seconds left. This time does make it in his 11-point game, and thanks to him, his team is right back in it, but they need to get a stop. They don't want to give up points at the end. That would be a backbreaker. They do give up a three, and boy, did they live dangerously, but the ball did not drop for Gunma Thunders, who lead it 50-39 over Kawasaki Brave Thunders at halftime.
DJ Iso.
川崎ブレイブサンダースにご来
Well, 50-39, Gunma Crane Thunder is on top of Kawasaki Brave Thunders. And as the teams warm up, getting ready for the second half, you look back and Gunma Crane Thunder's getting 12 points from Takuto Nakamura, 10 points from AJ Edu, 8 points from Kazuki Hosokawa. And they've shot it pretty well, 5 of 15 from deep, 11 of 14 at the free throw line, and 17 to 33 overall from the floor. But I think Kyle Milling won't be too happy that his team hasn't put this thing away already. They went up big. They went up by 16 points late in the first half, only for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, a team with just one win all season, to battle back and to close the gap to 11 at halftime. But anyway, here's some of the highlights, and you look at Gunma Crane Thunders and you get the three-point shot from Suji. Jamal Adine has been terrific driving to the basket for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. He has 14 points, 6 of 10 from the floor. He hasn't made a three, but he's been terrific driving it. That man has made a three. Dusan Ristic, although that was a turnaround. Ristic coming off the bench, he's got 9 points. He's 1 of 2 from deep. I didn't like that call, but that was a good shot. Give him credit, making it. Suji making. Also, you had Taniguchi knocking it down. And then another three from Hosokawa. And they were just turning on the style. Then from the wing, again, Nakamura knocking him down. He's got 12. He's 3 of 9 from the floor. That was his only 3. This is where you kill yourself if you're the Brave Thunders. A little bit too much premature celebrations, perhaps, with AJ Edu going in for the dunk. And then this is the man that gave a spirited effort right at the end. Yamauchi scored there. He missed the free throw, but they got the rebound. Then he scores again. He's fouled, and he gets 5 points right at the end of the half, and he cuts the deficit to just 11. So Gunma Crane Thunders leading 50-39. And again, it's a matter of you got to make some shots if you're Kawasaki. You can't turn the basketball over. See the shooting percentages, 11-14 from the free throw line. So that is something that where there's a distinct advantage when they getting those calls. Again, the breaks, the game stats. Turnovers for 9 for Kawasaki, 4 for Gunma Crane Thunders. And turnovers always a big part of it. And you're looking also at the points off the turnovers. 13 have been scored by the host, and just 4 points scored off the turnovers for Kawasaki. Another thing that we saw that was interesting, the bench points, 18 in favor of Gunma Crane Thunders. And coming from the bench, 25 for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. So they have gotten a boost from the bench in that regard. Jamal Adine obviously coming off the bench and scoring with 14 points. He's going to start the second half here. Emmanuel Terry hasn't even taken a shot, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. He averages 8.7 points, 6.4 rebounds. Not really running too much for the big man. And maybe they'll be saving him here for the second half. And you can see also assistant coach Jeffrey Katsuhisa offering some advice to the players over there on the Kawasaki Brave Thunders bench. This is really a must-win game I look at it like it's a must-win game for both teams because these teams, you know, for different reasons. Gunma Crane Thunders want to get up there and get into the playoffs. They want to challenge for honors. This is a must-win game for Kawasaki Brave Thunders because they have had just such a difficult start to the season. They're on the road. Daniel Ginsberg is going to start with Yamauchi, who gave him a boost right at the end of the half. Also, Jamaluddin. Allen's coming off the bench. And good interior defense. Oh, my goodness. How did they not come up with the basketball? Look at this. They stop Timon. And then Terry and Ristich were battling each other. And the Gunma Crane Thunder is able to knock it in. Timon misses again. And again, this time Shinuyama called for the foul. Only one Gunma Crane Thunders player in there, Hosokawa, for the rebound, and he ends up having some success. But that is the hold, and that is the right call. Maybe Terry can get in there and help out on the boards a little bit. Third foul, Shinuyama. Well, this is the third bite of the cherry. Blackshear takes it in, back outside to Hosokawa. Blackshear from the top of the key. And that's the story of the game. Second chance points, turnovers, free throws, it's the little things. And they're doing them better right now. Just hands it off to Yamauchi. Yamauchi goes behind the back, takes it in. Turns it over, trying to get it to Terry. Well, they played good defense last time down. They just couldn't get the rebound. See if they can defend here. Hosokawa in the corner. And again, they still can't get the rebound. Blackshear gets it, goes up, the ball knocked over to Jamaluddin. And Nakamura reaches in for the foul. Well, Gunma Crane Thunders after this are going to be playing Yokohama Beat Corsairs in a couple of games, so that'll be a couple of tough ones. They want to take a win into that. Oh, behind the back pass to Jamaluddin. And Jamaluddin needs to be just not on the same page, but the body language has to be a little bit better there from the young man. Nakamura. Three-point shot, that's off, and the ball falls to Jamaluddin. No rim connection, so they get possession. So they've got Nagasaki Velka coming up the next two for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. So it's not going to get any easier for them as well. So they'd like to get a win in this one, without question. Going to get a win in all of them, but they're desperate. Here's Ristich. He might go to work. No, he doesn't challenge Timon. Shinuyama, dangerous moments. Shot clock about to expire. Nakamura forces the turnover. And again, Shinuyama needs to do better as the point guard, just turning it over too cheaply. Turnovers have been a problem for this Brave Thunders team. That's now 12. Get it across midcourt. Oftentimes, you got to break it down for Kawasaki, the foul on Terry. This game, to me, comes down to defense and rebounding. You know, if you're going to do anything well, really focus on those aspects of the game. If the shots fall, they fall, but you can control the defense and the rebounding. And they haven't time the ball goes out of bounds. Nakamura thinking his teammate. And again, that's seeing it on both ends. Some slack play. Kyle Milling a little frustrated over there, getting a little bit red under the collar. Drive. Ristic surrounded. Yamauchi, a long three. That was short. And it goes. Tough shot. Ristic with the rebound. Three-point shot. Ristic doesn't get it to go. Nakamura, tough start to the second half offensively. Well, a three-pointer by Hosokawa. He's got 11 and stretches the lead now to its biggest of the game, 17 points. With another miss. It has been an awful start to the third quarter. For the visitors. Moscow Allen coming back into the game. Team is not clicking. Suyama also back in the game. Also coming in, number 3, Mizuno. And another three-pointer falls. Fuji knocking it down. 20-point advantage. They've outscored them by 9 points here at the start of the third quarter. So Jeffrey Katsuhisa doing a lot of the talking in the huddle. Gunma, meanwhile, 12 points for Nakamura, 10 for Edu, 8 for Hosokawa. Johannes Timon has 7. You know, Gunma Crane Thunders with Kyle Milling, they've got a coach who has won the B-League before, led the Hiroshima Dragonflies to that, I think, unexpected title in 2024. And I think in many respects it was surprising that they didn't stick with him. And Gunma Crane Thunders snapped him up. So in that sense, you know, you have to feel like you've got a guy running right at the controls that knows how to lead you to the promised land. They're going to get a break here. Nice play. Ristic, a little scramble, gets it back to an 18-point deficit. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that Gunma Crane Thunders didn't pick up the basketball. And then the question is, do they have the talent, and are they playing together as a team? And I think that Gunma Crane Thunders are not clicking on all cylinders yet, but against Kawasaki Brave Thunders, they do lead by 18 points. Just not backing down against Edu, that's for sure. Allen from deep. Good hustle with the rebound. No box out, so Mizuno was able to get it. Tough shot and tough make by Mizuno. We'll just call this the Mizuno possession because not only does he get the offensive rebound, now he drives. He doesn't go to the left hand, he goes to the right hand, but's able to put it in, to bank it in, to cut it back to a 16-point deficit. And if he makes the free throws, back to 15, and then a little bit of hope once again. But he doesn't make the free throw. Bounce pass, and the bucket is good for Blackshear. Got a quiet game for Blackshear. Averages 13.6 points, 7.1 rebounds, 4.4 assists. So here he is at the stripe. And this team finished 39-21 last season. And they lost in the quarterfinals to the San Antonio Phoenix. Got a really good team. Here's from the wing, Allen missing. Gosh knows, just really struggling to get anything going offensively. Well, they turn it over. Mizuno again goes up with the left hand. And again, it's back to a 16-point deficit. (11-6). Gunma Crane Thunders outscoring Kawasaki Brave Thunders in this third quarter. 3-point shot, no good. Long rebound, snared by Allen. Ooh, picks up the dribble. Here's Mizuno, who's brought a spark. He spins, he gets it to the corner. And then the drive and the layup. Oh, what a block. A.J. Edu coming in and showing you why he's one of the league leaders in that category, swatting Rio Ida. Nakamura, bounce pass. Well, again, need to do better there. Cheap turnover. Ida has it. Here he is, rather. Ida from the corner. Good. And it's back to a 13-point deficit. It only averages 4.2 points per game, just under 6 minutes per game. Kerry Blackshear with the bounce pass. Edu. They're not going to let him get it off. They pass it back outside. Here's a three-point shot. And Allen with the rebound. They go quickly. Allen, beautiful drive. And almost gets it to go. Settles for the free throws. And Nano Ginsburg's team was on the verge of being run out of the gym down 20 points, but here they are. If Allen can make these free throws, it's an 11-point game once again. And that'll be new life. And that's where you got to be concerned with Kyle Milling not able to get that. You get some separation, but you don't put teams away. Sometimes you can switch off mentally. Allen rattles in the first one. He leads his team at 16.1 points per game. He shoots about 72.1% coming into the game. He makes both free throws there. And it is an 11-point deficit. Fujii brings it up. AJ Edu. I would sag. Okay. Fujii has it back. Blackshear. Terry Blackshear Jr. goes off 1 foot and doesn't go down, or round it out. Now here's the opportunity, a chance to get it to within 9, maybe even 8. Suji gets it. Ristic puts it up and in. It's a 9-point game. They have shaved 11 points off the deficit. What a comeback from Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Rumors of their demise perhaps greatly exaggerated in this game. And riding their luck on this one, because that was a soft shot that just didn't go down. And then you get Suyama bringing it up the floor, getting it to Dusan Ristic, then back to Suyama, then back to Ristic, who shows the soft touch. Points for Jamal Adine, still the team high. Allen now has 9 points, 13 for Ristic. And interestingly, so we had the burst, we had the contribution from Yamauchi at the end of the first half. Now you've got Ida in the game. He's hit the 3-pointer from the corner. He's got 3 points. Mizuno came out, played well for a while. He's got 4 points. 9 points, the difference. Oh, and over and back. And a mistake, not a clean handoff. That's the kind of stuff that will put more gray hairs on the head of Kyle Milling. Cheap turnover as he stews over on the bench, because that's just a matter of handing it off and catching it. And Ginsberg and his assistant coaches there seeing the door to a comeback open just a little bit more, but they've got to play smart. They got to take advantage. Suyama for 3, got it. Now it's a 6-point game, and the Brave Thunders certainly in this here in the final minute of the third quarter. Fujii over to Timon. Big possession. Timon gets it back outside. 3-point look. Oh, that's big. Great shot by number 9, Suji. And it goes. Oh, wonderful play. Ristic makes the layup. Now they got to get a stop. Kawasaki Brave Thunders to maintain this momentum. 7 points the difference. And good play. They had a foul to give. Ida gives it up. No, that was Mizuno with the foul to give. So now 5.6 seconds remain in the third quarter. They've got another foul to give, in fact. Oh no, that's Gunma Thunder, excuse me. They get it to Blackshear. He spins, he turns, he's blocked. Oh my. 2 free throws. Now who did they call this on? Certainly not Ristic. Wow, that's a tough call. I could almost understand if the foul, ooh, referee's not having it. I could almost understand if it was called on Allen, maybe with the body, but not Ristic. Tough call. 2.7 seconds left. Blackshear at the free throw line. But even so, those things even out over the course of the game. Blackshear goes to the line, makes the first. And the second. Well, they get it up. Oh, look at this. Allen's going to get a chance. And no foul called at this end. Wow. And they just don't catch a break. That is frustrating. Kawasaki Brave Thunders 66-57. Gunma Crane Thunders on top at the end of the third quarter. Well, look back at some of these numbers. Gunma Crane, Nakamura with 12 points. Hosokawa has 11, 10 points for AJ Edu. I wouldn't say they're turning on all cylinders right now. Blackshear has 9 points, 6 rebounds. Nakamura does have 6 assists and 3 rebounds to go with his 12 points. Timon just 2 of 7 from the floor now. He's got 7 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. And that was the worst quarter from a turnover standpoint for Gunma Crane Thunders. They now have 9 turnovers. And look at the foul trouble for Kawasaki. 3 apiece for Mizuno, Shinoyama, and Ristic. 2 for Jamaluddin and Hasegawa. So Suyama is going to start. Mizuno is going to start. Ristic is going to start for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. And 66-57 here for Kawasaki, Kawasaki trailing by 9. Mizuno over to Allen, who's in the lineup as well, and Ida. There's Ida, or no, Suyama. Good defense by Gunma Crane. Allen's got to get it up. He does just in the nick of time. And did not get anything going that time, but great read by Allen to get the steal. Ristic spins on on Timon. Good work. Mizuno again. Good D by Gunma Crane. Twice now, 2 consecutive possessions, and Gunma Crane Thunders defense just dominated, not allowing Kawasaki Brave Thunders to get into any type of offense. This is where, if you're Kawasaki, you've got to match that intensity on your defensive end. Can they do it, though? Something tells me Kyle Milling really laid into his team in between the quarters. 3-point shot. Blackshear with the rebound. Another problem. Fuji for 3. Misses everything. Mizuno passes up the floor. Oh, boy. A turnover they cannot afford. You got to value the possessions, and the veteran Mizuno should know better. I just don't know where that's going and why. Why do you make that pass? Ida is going to go out. Shinoyama with the 3 fouls comes back into the game. Shinoyama only has 2 points, 2 turnovers, 2 assists. He's 1 of 4 from the floor. Jamal-Adine. I think the reinsertion of Jamal-Adine takes place because now you have a player that if you overplay on defense, he can drive to the basket. He's going to be tough. And I'm pretty sure that they'll be happy that Blackshear has gone out of the game in terms of Kawasaki. He was causing problems. There's Hosokawa back in. Hosokawa launches it from the wing. That was short, and Ristic with the rebound. It's now or never for Kawasaki. They have got to make some progress. Here's Jamal-Adine, goes up with the left and switches to the right, and then he's fouled, so free throws coming for the Lebanon International. Here he is again. Both he and Roscoe Allen, very good at driving to the basket. Probably the top 2 players in that regard, but oh boy. He's driving to the basket, he's great, but the jump shots and the free throws for Jamal-Adine, not as good. He's 0 of 4 from 3-point range, now he's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Does take his time and make the second, and it's an 8-point deficit, and the Brave Thunders fans haven't given up the ghost. They haven't given up hope. 2 minutes into the 4th quarter. Can Gunma Crane Thunders lower the boom? Fuji'i thought about it. Gets it to A.J. Edu. A.J. Edu gets blocked. But Ristic called for the foul, and the Gilas big man going to the free throw line. Here it is again. Look at this defense. Ooh. They're not getting much joy on defense. Terry's going to come in for Ristic, and that's kind of a blow because Ristic obviously offensively has been more potent this season, averaging 14.9 points per game. Also, he gets his share of rebounds. Terry started, but hasn't been providing as much offense. In fact, he hasn't even attempted a shot today. So the lead back to 10 points. Tsuyama. And a hold. Foul called on Suji. Off to Shinuyama doesn't work. Now a chance for Gunma Crane Thunders to move in for the kill. 3-pointer from Hosokawa. Got it! And the lead goes back to 13. Well, they cut the deficit to 6 points, but now it has gone back to 13. It's awfully difficult to come back from a 20-point deficit all the way. But this is just a turnover that can't happen. But it did. Turnovers. Too much. In fact, that's 16 turnovers now, and it's 15 points off turnovers scored by Gunma Crane Thunders. go around the league and you look at the numbers, he's playing well. Tominaga, obviously. Lavanga, his access ranking #1 ahead of Stanley Johnson of Nagasaki. Yuta Watanabe, 3rd for Chiba Jets. Yuki Tagashi, 4th. Derek Culver, 5th. And there is a badly needed bucket by Suyama to make it a 10-point game. Stanley Johnson at Nagasaki. Velka leading the league in scoring at 22.5 points per game. Jared Culver, 22.4. Rex's Newville, 20.8. Matt Bonds at 20.6. And Christopher Smith having a great season, 19.9. Anyway, back to live action, and again, the Crane Thunders have to launch up, put up a prayer. Now, what is the call here? So Timon called for the foul on Emmanuel Terry. They're going to look at this and see if it might be an unsportsmanlike foul. That would be an unusual time to give up an unsportsmanlike foul if you're Timon. No. No chance. They're not going to call that. Taking their time. I just can't imagine they're going to upgrade this to an unsportsmanlike. I think it's going to be a normal foul. Yep. They keep it at a normal foul. Just got kind of tangled up there.
Video review. Normal foul. Normal foul.
Emmanuel Terry. Been around the block. Played his college basketball at Lincoln Memorial for the 2014-18 season. He hails from the southern U.S. state of Alabama. Almost a turnover. Roscoe Allen has it. Gets it up, and free throws coming for Roscoe. I have to say, it is very strange that for a starting player, the ilk of Emmanuel Terry, that he hasn't even attempted a shot. Got it back to a 9-point deficit. And Kawasaki Brave Thunders refusing to go away. Every time it feels like Gunma Crane Thunders have finally gotten on top of them, Kawasaki just kind of creep back into it. Timon gets it to Fujii. Shot clock down to 8. Watsukawa looking to get open. They get it to him. He puts it up and misses. And good rebound by Jamaluddin. Three-point look. Yes! Once again, and now it's a 5-point game, and Roscoe Allen willing his team back into it. 5.5 minutes remaining. Kyle Milling. His team just cannot get the separation. They just can't pull away. Oh. And far too easy for Nakamura. If you're Kawasaki. Here we are, folks, winning time coming up on the 5-minute mark. 7 points separate these two teams. Jamaluddin needs to drive. He gets it over to Allen, and the blocking foul has been called on Fujii. So more free throws for Allen. Well, Kerry Blackshear Jr. comes back into the game, and Timon goes out. Allen now with 12 points or 13 points? I thought he already had. No, he's got 14. 13, now 14. Okay. Kawasaki Brave Thunders need a stop. Gunma Crane Thunders, meanwhile, need to keep the pressure on with a bucket. It's looking a little shaky. Nakamura. AJ Edu, tough pass. Boy, that was dangerous. Got it to Blackshear. Shot clock about to expire. They get the shot up. Oh my goodness, Fujii. They have done that so many times today with the shot clock winding down. They obviously miss. Ko Flippin is not playing today, but even more so Trey McKinney-Jones. They're just trying to find a way to win. So timeout, 7-point deficit. Kawasaki Brave Thunders again. Looking for the recipe to get them a priceless come from behind win. But the clock is very quickly becoming the enemy. Chiba Jets have been off to an outstanding start this season. In the East, they're 9-1. Excuse me, they're 9-0. They have won today 69-50 at Akita Northern Happiness, so they just keep on rolling. Scoring leaders. Sonomia Brex also with a positive start, perhaps not what they would want at 7-2. And they're trailing, in fact, against the Iraqi Robots. Meanwhile, no points, and the pressure builds on Kawasaki. bucket here makes it very tough. Oh, good defense. Shinuyama getting it, the steal, and Allen for the dunk. And again, you turn it over right around midcourt like that, and that almost certainly is going to lead to points. Great hustle by Allen to get down the floor. He didn't start well today, but he's really picked it up here. Back to a 5-point deficit. 3:40 remaining. It's all about defense and rebounding. If you're Kawasaki, Hosokawa missing. Terry with the rebound. Brings it up the floor, and he's fouled by Fujii. Not a good foul by Fujii. It puts Terry on the free throw line. Well, Terry is only a 61.5% free throw shooter this season. And he is got to make these. He definitely wants to make the first. If he only makes one and then misses the second, try to get the rebound, but obviously he wants to try to make both. Here's Terry at the stripe, and he gets the first one to go. Four-point deficit. They haven't been this close in a long time. Remember, no Trey McKinney-Jones today, no co-flipping for Gunma Crane Thunders. Perhaps that's complicated things for them, and Terry just does a great job of making both free throws. Timon comes back into the game with 3.5 minutes remaining. That was not a good foul at midcourt. He also stopped the clock. If Kawasaki get a stop and go down and hit a three, we're all tied. And Timon has it knocked out of his hands. Shinuyama reaches up and gets it. Now he passes up to Terry, who shares it, and it's a 1-point game. Terrific counterattack. Look at Kawasaki. This could be a turning point game in their season if somehow they can get a win. What a comeback. Down 20, they have closed the gap to just 1 point. That was Tsuyama knocking down a three-pointer earlier. Then you had the three from Allen. As a team today, from three-point range, they're 6 of 19, so it hasn't necessarily been a strength. This was a great play. Shinuyama getting the steal, passing ahead to Allen. And then this play, excellent work down low. Jamaluddin knocking it away, and then Terry hustling, and then being alert. A little touch pass to Allen, who continues to hustle his rear end off. He's got 18 points, 8 rebounds. And that is a game high, in fact, 18 points. And Gunma Crane Thunders now, it feels like they've kind of made a rod for their own back. I mean, are they going to survive? They could have put this thing away earlier. And Kyle Milling, even if they win, is not going to be happy, you would imagine. The thing is, in a sport like basketball, you have got to be ruthless when you get on top of teams. If you're not ruthless, if you get a little lackadaisical, it can come back and haunt you. And it has today with Gunma Crane Thunders. Here's Blackshear, little step back, quality. Hit him the rock. 11 points for Terry Blackshear Jr. If you get a three for Tsuyama, you take it. Oh boy, that was almost a turnover for Allen. They cannot afford a bad possession. Nice handoff, but great defense, knocking it away. Gunma Crane Thunders. Fuji gets it back from Timon. Fuji trying to make himself available. Shot clock down to 5. They get it to Blackshear. He hands it off, and the shot looked like it might have been blocked. Shinuyama to the corner. Suyama back outside. Shinuyama wide open. Yes! We're tied! Incredible! Absolutely marvelous comeback for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Can they finish the job? Here's Blackshear going to work, fades again, misses everything. Oh, and they called a foul, I think. Wow. Oh my, yeah, that's a foul. Definitely pushing Terry, found guilty, pushing Timon out of the lane. So good recognition there by the referees. So they put 14 on the shot clock. Minute and a half remaining. Suji to Blackshear. Jamaluddin. Jamaluddin knocks it away. Great play. Allen in the open floor where he's been terrific. And he gets it back. And now Kawasaki have taken the lead. Stunning comeback. Incredible. Rising from the dead. Here's a drive, and again, stopped. Blackshear, he gets blocked by Terry. Traveling is the call. Boy, this is the type of loss that could really knock a team off the rails. If, in fact, they do lose this game, Gunma having led by 20. Gunma Crane. Manu Ginsburg calling the play. He must be pinching himself, finding this hard to believe. His team has not given up the ghost. There's Jamaluddin, and a putback jam by Terry. Oh my. He does what he does well. He crashes the boards. He dunks it home with both hands. Jamaluddin, even if you don't score, good things can happen when you get your feet wet, when you get in the lane, and that's exactly what happened because Terry was ready to crash the boards. Amazing fight back by Kawasaki Brave Thunders. You almost have to have seen it to believed it. Look at this, Shinuyama, feet set, just had the self-belief to make that shot. And again, Allen in the open floor has just been terrific. Here he was able to control it when it looked like Timon might have forced a turnover. Wow, this has been amazing stuff from Kawasaki Brave Thunders. (24-11), they've outscored Gunma Crane Thunders in this fourth quarter. But anybody that knows basketball knows that 55.8 seconds is a long time in a basketball game. Anything can happen. Hosokawa on the bench for Kyle Milling, who's really working up a sweat over there on the sideline, stewing. You can see he is not happy how this thing is unfolded. Again, it really hurts not to have Trey McKinney-Jones, especially. But he will know that his team probably had enough today to get the win, especially having been up by 20 points. Nakamura looking for an opening. Again, it's going to be Timon. This time he's going to drive in. He gets blocked. I mean, there's a putback by Blackshear, but I don't think he got it off in time. Great defense once again. But the referees, nevertheless, I believe, are they going to review this to see if he got it off in time?
ただいまのプレー、ショットクロックバイオレーションか確認します。
No, because he got the block there, and then Blackshear has it, so absolutely. I did not see the leading on the backboard light up, so they're going to look at it, but I'm almost positive this is not going to count. Well, these are the moments when you're a coach. You see the foul trouble there for Kawasaki. If you're Ginsburg, you have got to be able to use a game like this, if you win it, to turn your season around. And if you're Kyle Milling, boy, what do you say in the locker room after one like this? So indeed it was shot clock violation, excellent refereeing. They made the call. Hosokawa and Fujii each with 4 fouls, Edu with 3. And, well, we saw Taniguchi kind of celebrating earlier in the game, but nobody's celebrating over there right now for Gunma Thunder. Good job, Tsuyama, bringing it up the floor, the good free throw shooter. They get it to Allen. Oh, boy, he turns it over. Fujii has it, and they call the foul in the lane. What are you doing, Kawasaki? Right here. They were just swarming the basketball. Somebody had to be open across the court. If anything, you just hold on to it, get tied up. You don't turn it over. Jamaluddin picks up the foul. Crucial free throws coming up. And Fujii makes the first. And this was really the one thing you could not afford to do, was turn it over, especially right at midcourt, like we've said all along, because it usually leads to points. Gunma Thunder's fans kind of stunned into silence that they find themselves in this position, now kind of praying that they're going to get the win. And he does make both, and now that makes you worry a little bit, the way they just turned it over so cheaply. And Jamaluddin fouled in the backcourt, so they don't give much time off the clock. And that's going to put Jamaluddin at the line. And these are crucial free throws for the Lebanese. Jamaluddin, 3 or 4 at the stripe today. He's got 15 points. Crunch time. And misses the first. Ouch. So tough in these situations. We just saw Fujii make a couple, and Jamaluddin does crucially make the second to take it back up to a 3-point lead. I think you've got a foul here. You don't allow them to shoot a 3. Oh, they've left them wide open, and they dodged the bullet. Don't let him shoot another 3. Don't let him shoot it. You got to foul him. No, don't foul him from behind the arc. And they miss it, and now Tsuyama has it. And with 4 seconds remaining, usually the school of thought would be foul them, put them on the free throw line, don't give them a chance to tie it. They had 3 good looks from 3-point range and didn't make one of them. That is what I call living very dangerously. And Terry also, I mean, in fact, see those players so close to committing fouls. You make one here, it's a 2-possession game. Tsuyama makes the first. Wow, this has got to be the comeback of the season for any team, and no team needed a comeback like this more than the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. He misses the second. That means time is running. You don't want to foul. Do not foul. And they get the shot up, because if you foul and he makes a shot like that, you are going to go crazy. What a game. Kawasaki Brave Thunders come back from 20 points down to stun Gunma Crane Thunders 83-79 for just their second win of the season.
皆さん両チームの名前大きな拍手をお願いいたします。
Well, folks, you can't make it up. 20 points. They trailed, did the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, and they came back to beat Gunma Crane Thunders.
皆さん素晴らしい戦いを披露してくれた川崎ブレイブサンダーズ
26-13, they outscored them in the fourth quarter.
サンダーズの選手、スタッフ、ファンの皆さんに今一度大きな拍手をお願いいたします。本日は素晴らしいプレーありがとうございました。また多くのサニアをまたお待ちしております。
So we're going to go down and I believe listen to Coach Nano Ginsberg or one of the assistant coaches, and then also hear from one of the players from Kawasaki Brave Thunders.
This is a tough one to swallow. Can you reflect on the game for us?
Nice game, difficult game. We had good rhythm in the first half. Started the third quarter good. Slowly went down. Kawasaki kept fighting. Made a great comeback. And we had probably two big turnovers in the second half. Broke our rhythm.
前半はとても良かったと思います。いい勢いがついたんですけど、後半ちょっと失速してしまって。
ギンスブルクヘッドコーチ、本日の勝利
Here's
おめでとうござい
Nano
ます。本日の試合を振り返って一言お願いします。
It's a game to remember because we didn't play good close to 25-30 minutes, and then we start play good, and it's only from our defense. Players need to understand if we play good defense like we play, with all the problems that we have, we can be a good team. It was amazing. I'm happy for the players, first of all. I'm happy for the fans. We need to continue.
本当に今日の試合っていうのはチームとして本当に良かったなというふうに思ってます。やっぱり今日25分から30分間自分たちの思うようなプレーができない中、しっかり我慢し続けて、やっぱりディフェンスっていうものが自分たちのこの流れを引き寄せたものだと思っているので、その流れをしっかりと掴み切って自分たちが勝ち切れたということはチームにとっては大きな一勝になると思いますし、ファミリーの皆さん、選手、全員で今日の一勝を喜べればなというふうに思ってます。
次節ホームで長崎を迎えると思いますが、次節に向けて一言お願いできますか。
I didn't see them yet, but they look like one of the best teams in the league. Again, we need to do our best, and first of all, to play defense like we played the last 10 minutes.
まだ長崎さんの、全部見ることはできていないんですけど、リーグの中でも屈指のチームだと思っているので、今日みたいな4クォーターのディフェンスがしっかりと徹底することができれば絶対に勝つチャンスはあると思っているので、それをしっかりと、長崎戦でも見せていければなというふうに思ってます。
最後に今日このオープンアリーナにも多くのファミリーの方が、来てくださっていると思います。画面でも多くの方が応援してくれていると思いますので、ファミリーの方へのメッセージをお願いします。
I hope you enjoyed the last 10 minutes. We showed that we can be also be brave and not good kids, and come to continue to cheer up like you cheer all the time.
皆さん最後の10分間、楽しんでもらえたかなというふうに思ってます。これをしっかりとチームとして続けていきたいと思うので、やっぱり、ファミリーの皆さんの B.LEAGUE っていう姿勢が僕たちのコートでの B.LEAGUE にもつながっていると思うので、ぜひこれからも応援よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございました。
次節も頑張ってください。おめでとうございます。
Well, the Kawasaki Brave Thunders fans happy they made the trip today to Gunma Prefecture. It's just a terrific come-from-behind win for the Gunma Crane Thunders fans. Well, I guess they'll know that the game ain't over till it's over. Here's Jamal Adine.
本日の勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとう。
本日16得点4アシストと素晴らしい活躍でした。自身の活躍について一言お願いできますか。
I really was just trying to do whatever I could to help the team win. You know, I had some good scoring moments in the first half, but in the second half, I felt like I had to bring my defensive effort, and it helped us win. So I'm very happy about that.
本当に今日は自分自身、前半は、オフェンスでいいパフォーマンスができていたと思うんですけど、後半はやっぱりディフェンスが必要だというふうに思ってたので、自分自身がしっかりここで、ディフェンスで見せるっていうところをしっかりできたところが、今日の、自分の活躍かなというふうに思ってます。
後半チームのディフェンスというのは本当に素晴らしかったと思います。第4クォーター入る苦しい時間帯の時にチームでどのように声をかけてプレーをしていましたか。
It's not really what we talked about today. It's what we've been talking about all season, just being in the right spots and preparing well. So if you're in the right spot and you bring the right energy, it makes playing defense a lot easier. So we did that. We had our back against the wall, and I'm really proud of the team.
今日何かをしたっていうよりかも、ここまで、積み上げてきたものだと思っているので、自分たちがしっかりいいポジションにいていいディフェンスをしていいエナジーを持ってくるっていうのがずっと課題でもあったので、それをしっかりとこの崖っぷちの状況でしっかりチームとして発揮できたということはチームの誇りに思いますし、ここから前進できるのかなというふうに思ってます。
レバノンから日本に来て B リーグでプレーをしていますが、 B リーグの印象を聞かせてもらえますか。
I love the environment. It's very professional. Everyone here is very disciplined. You know, I'm still adjusting definitely. It's a very different league from the Lebanese league, I would say. Very physical for sure, but I'm enjoying the process, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the season brings in the B.LEAGUE.
本当に、自分自身 B リーグすごく今楽しめてると思いますし、やっぱり本当にすごく統制の取れたリーグだなというふうに思ってます。で、やっぱりフィジカルの部分っていうのはレバノンのリーグとはまた違ったものがあるんですけど、まだ自分自身もアジャストしている途中なんですけど、ここから先長いシーズンを戦っていく中で、ここの B リーグでプレーできるっていうことをすごく楽しみにしています。
最後にファミリーの皆さんへ一言お願いします。
Thank you guys for sticking by us through wins and losses. I'm happy we got to get you a win, and hopefully we can keep the momentum going. We'll see you back at home, Kawasaki Brave Thunder fans.
本当に勝ったり負けたり、すごく波の激しい形になってるんですけど、この一勝を機に、自分たちが勢いに乗れればいいなというふうに思っているので、今週末もホームで轟で長崎戦ぜひ待っているので、そこでも応援よろしくお願いします。
次節の活躍も期待しています。おめでとうございました。
Kawasaki Brave Thunders getting a lift from Omar Jamaluddin, who actually hails from the U.S., played at St. Sarah Lawrence College, and since then also played in Kosovo, played Lebanon, obviously plays for the Lebanon national team, and now is getting a great opportunity to play in the Japanese B.LEAGUE for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. And the good thing about that is even though they're having some struggles, he's getting minutes. And you would think it's only going to make him better for this experience, certainly to experience something like this. And it's just a head scratcher how Gunma Crane Thunders, even without Trey McKinney-Jones, could have come out and established themselves the way they did today to go up by 20 points in the second half only for this Kawasaki Brave Thunders team to come back. And when they, Ristic played very well, and when he got into foul trouble and left the game with 4 fouls, you just didn't think it was going to happen. But they just did not give up, and they continued to battle, they continued to fight, as Nanu Ginsberg said. And Jamaluddin, who was just doing so well when he was putting the ball on the deck and going to the basket. That was Ristic. A little Dirk Nowitzki turnaround jumper. Saw that from Blackshear as well. And, you know, it's, again, it's a 40-minute game, and you got to play hard. You got to get on top of teams the way this Gunma Crane Thunder team did today, but then you got to put them away. You got to step on their throat. As I said before, you've got to be ruthless. You can't take your foot off the pedal. You know, it's all 40 minutes, and all credit to Kawasaki Brave Thunders. And I would say especially Roscoe Allen. I mean, he really played with a lot of intensity in that comeback, and that was, for me, that sign right there was not good. Just a little bit too much celebrating too early from Gunma Crane Thunders. You want to have a good time, but you know, you got to remember, you got to remain locked in. And that tells me you're kind of enjoying it a little too much. That's me personally speaking. Anyway, Terry Blackshear perhaps maybe could have done a little bit more. And yeah, Ristic, Yamauchi, who had the great first half. The end of the first half. Hosokawa coming over, knocking down the three. At this point, it just looked like it was going to be Gunma Crane Thunder's day. Fujii making the three-pointer. And Mizuno really did well. He brought the right attitude into this game when he entered. Even though he gave up the foul there, he was playing very direct. Then you had Tsuyama, Ida knocking it down from long range. Tsuyama also hitting a big three. And then that was Tsuji knocking it down. And then Hosokawa once again. But this is when the game really began to change. Tsuyama knocking down another three-pointer. He was 2 of 3 from three-point range. Roscoe Allen knocking down the three, and Allen today 2 of 6 from deep. He had the 22 points, the 9 rebounds. It just felt again like when Fujii hit that shot, it was going to be their day, but that was a terrible turnover by Nakamura, and it led to the easy fast break. Roscoe Allen hustled down to score. Then Tsuyama makes the right play here, gets it to Shiniyama, who, okay, he's not putting up a lot of shots, but when he gets a chance, he delivers. He ties the game. The veteran, that's why he's out there. And great play by Jamaluddin, knocking the ball away. It leads to another break, and the go-ahead bucket for Roscoe Allen. They had a few misses right here at the end where they could have tied it. They didn't make one of them, and that foul led to the last free throw, and the win secured the win for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, a win that nobody thought was possible. Really, objectively speaking, I would say in that third quarter, and especially when they went up big the way that they did. But a 20-point lead is never secure in modern basketball because of the 24-second shot clock and everything else. So here we have some numbers. You see the turnovers, 17 for Kawasaki Brave Thunder, 16 for Gunma Crane Thunder. So they struggled on that point. 22 points off turnovers were scored by Kawasaki Brave Thunders. 18 fast break points to 9 for the host. So that was big. And look at that, bench points, 40-23. They won that one. And they also ended up getting to the free throw line a lot, making 18-23. So that was really good for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. And Roscoe Allen, as I said, I felt like he was the guy that really led them to victory today. 22 points, 9 rebounds, because he had to play really hard and execute. And I think he showed his real ability in that second half, and especially the fourth quarter. And Jamal Adine also had the terrific game, not only from a scoring standpoint, but from an assist standpoint, and also the 2 steals. So here is what's coming up next in the B-League. See Kawasaki Brave Thunders at home to Nagasaki Velka, so that's going to be a tough one. That'll be on Saturday. And Gunma Crane Thunders at home against Yokohama B Corsairs, who are coached by Lassie Tuovi. And, you know, that's going to be a battle as well. Yokohama B Corsairs come in. They are also 4-5. So that will definitely be one to watch. So they fell hard today at home, though, to Hiroshima Dragonflies. So once again, thanks for watching, everybody. An amazing win for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, one of their best wins in a long time. 83-79, they come from behind to win at Gunma Crane Thunders.